Hi, this is Mark from Altcoin Buzz, and let's take another look at the Bitcoin chart today as we head into the weekend and see what might be going on. We're on the Bitcoin USD one-day chart, and what we've got plotted in here is what we've been looking at before, the support level here and our resistance line up in the top in that declining wedge. And then I've got a couple extra things that I've added in here that we're going to go through today. So let's zoom in on that real quick. So here's where our trading action has been happening in the last week or so. We have some consolidation going on in this area after we've tested our support at that $6,000 range. And if you look at the candlestick pattern, as we've been talking about, we had this potential head and shoulders still developing now. I thought it had gone away, but it still could develop. This would be our left shoulder here, our head coming up in here, and this could be an extended shoulder up into this range somewhere. Now, the boxes that I've drawn are significant because this box right here is significant because this is potentially where our resistance area lies, is at the bottom of that area and up near the top, which would then potentially bring us into a completion of the head and shoulders pattern if we rejected that and trended back down. As we talked about before, the theoretical from there is that we would then break down through the support. Now, the reason that I've got this green box plotted in here is because that then becomes our trading area potentially in this range down to the $5,100 range, somewhere in there, 52, 51. And it's significant from the standpoint of, and I'll put the volume up so that you can see it. One of the things that I'd be looking for is if we broke this support level on low volume, then as we've talked about a few videos back now, I'm not a big Elliott count guy. I submit myself more to the Wyckoff theory, which is following the cycles and trying to watch the big money. So as part of the Wyckoff method, you've got a accumulation point and a spring area before you launch into a reversal trend. And if we were to break this support level with low volume, what I could see happening here is us breaking through that support, bouncing off of here somewhere in this green box area, coming back up and testing that resistance level, coming back down and finding support again somewhere in here, and then on high volume, breaking out. If that were to happen, then that would be a very nice spring for us and potentially take us, in theory, into our next bull run. This is not reflective of the timing that I think it would take to get there. This could happen something like this, or more likely would happen in an area something like this. And that volume increase would take us straight through that current resistance line that we have going on right now. If that action happened, this could be a very good sign for a full-on reversal. So if we finish up this accumulation phase with some low volume and a break of that support level, a retest of it, and then maybe a little bit of a correction, and then a spring back out, that would be a very, very good sign in my mind. If we even had a further correction from here on low volume and just broke that support line, didn't even enter into this green box anywhere, that still could be a very good sign if we came back into these levels here. And if you remember, this was at the end of June when we were talking about how we broke through that support level, that I believed that that was going to be a spring up into another rally and potentially into the next bull run. It did not end up being that way. It was just a rally. But much like what happened here, where we had the break through the support, a retest of that, and then launched back up, we could have a similar situation here where we come into a head and shoulders, this right shoulder, do another break of support and spring back out. Now that break of support could take us down into this level and back out, or it could just be a little dip here like we had at the $5,800 level. So as I mentioned before, I'm not really in the game until I see how we react to this $6,800 resistance area that's pretty clear right in here. I'm waiting to see what happens there and then see how the rest of this plays out. If we look at the volume by price and we do start trending down, there's not a whole lot of resistance back into that until we get into that $5,900 range. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get down to that level. And if we pull up the Ichimoku cloud, you can see we do have that resistance area that's sitting right in that $6,800 to $7,200 range. So the final thing we'll look at are the longs and the shorts and how those are stacking up. One of the things that you've asked me to look at. We're looking at the BTC longs right now. If we add in the shorts, you can see the disparity in the long and the shorts here. And then if we add in the price, how the price starts reacting to those positions as they close up. So essentially what happens is as you get a large gap in the longs and the shorts, the price tends to react in the opposite direction as those get closed. So as your shorts start closing here, they have to be filled on the other side, right? So your price is going to go up. So you might have heard of a short squeeze, and that would be where these shorts get closed or liquidated. So I wouldn't be surprised if over the weekend we have some more shorts closing. the continuing rise in the longs and that price continuing to go up. So I hope that helps clear things up and give you something to look for during the weekend. As always, please make some comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, and also hit the alert button so you know when the videos pop up from all of our folks here at Altcoin Buzz. Go to altcoinbuzz.io to just springboard off of everything. Find some great blog posts where our talented people are keeping you up on what's going on in the space. You can also get to our social media from there. And until next time, may all your trades be good ones.